Okay, got it. Thank you, Chantilly, for that. Sorry about that. I've been talking to myself. Apparently, every once in a while, I need to replug this in. I think because my cable's a little bit too tight sometimes. So sorry about that. And thank you, Chantilly, for letting me know. Okay, so we send them there. KO2 fan, good morning. Hello. Okay, so we send them there, and we get the token back. Then I need to given the Auth0 access token obtained during login, this endpoint returns a user's profile. This endpoint will work only if OpenID was granted as a scope for the access token. The user profile information included in response depends on the scopes requested. For example, a scope. Okay, so I can use this to get the actual user information. And then we can store that away. I bet that's what's happening here. So they do a handle the redirect callback, which then sends this out to here, handle redirect callback, results will be valid according to their expiration times. So then, do they store this? I think I saw some cookies being set and in like the Vue.js app. I'm wondering if that happens here. They get these token options. They grab all this information together. They call OAuth token and get an auth result. Okay, so auth token is coming from API. Okay, so then I want, no. I don't know why. It every once in a while it switches my layout to Dvorak, which is not true at all. We're in QWERTY, please. I guess US. There you go. Now I can go do Control P. Okay, so I want to go to API. Control Shift is P, doesn't open that up. Okay, fine. API.ts. Okay, we're just calling this OAuth token. Oh, F12 doesn't take. That's weird. Oh, it's Command F12. Okay, so import OAuth token from API. So then I go to API, and we're looking for OAuth token in here. I'm wondering if it's. This is a short. Small file. Oh, OAuth token right here. I was looking down here for it. Okay, so OAuth token, it takes in all of this information. Ooh, does it export this to a worker? We don't have to do that right now, but that could be interesting in the future. Okay, console body, use form data, create query params. It's gonna get a get JSON. So it then sends a request out. It sends a post out to something OAuth token. So something OAuth token. Here it is, a post to auth token. Use this endpoint to get an access token in order to call an API. Optionally, you can also retrieve an ID token and add a refresh token. Refresh your access token using the refresh token you got during authorization. Note that the only OAuth 2 flows that can retrieve a refresh token are authorization code flow. Okay, so all of these things. This is the flow that regular web apps use to access an API. Use this endpoint to exchange an authorization code for a token. And that's what we have right now. So we need to pass in the grant type, the client ID, the client secret, and the code. And now, is this correct for front-end stuff? That is what this is sending off, and this is the idea of having a front end only do stuff. Let's see, this is Auth0 view. Wait, is this not what I want? I may have let me double check the tutorials that they have. So give me the View 2 tutorial. Yeah, okay, it is auth. Oh, it's under tutorial View 2 login. That's what I'm missing. So inside of here, I want to go to tutorial View 2 login. This is this is what they're going to be doing. They're using this this library behind the scenes, but so it's starting with handle redirect callback. It gives, okay, so then it gives keep on hitting tab by accident. Switches me away. Okay, so handle redirect callback. Okay, so they call this, and then, oh, this is defined. So in handle redirect callback, they immediately do a true, then they call handle redirect callback in here. So we saw this under here. Here's handle redirect callback. Now they don't store anything away. They don't get anything back from it. Then they ask, okay, Auth0 client get user. So it feels like what this is doing is then storing this into memory, which I think is this token options. So let's see. So get the query string fragments, parse the results out of the URL. Transaction manager. What are you? Can I like create a bookmark here? That'd be so nice. So this dot transaction manager get. Okay, so can I do? That's from transaction manager, which itself is coming from transaction manager. Is this storing in local storage or transaction store key prefix? Okay, so they have a key for the okay, so ID transaction this dot storage. Storage is a client storage. Storage dot get. Okay, so get me this stuff. Oh, that's import client storage from storage. Okay, weird. Okay, client storage. We have save. Okay, get, save, and remove. Get cookies.get. Okay, so they are then saying get all this other information from the cookies, right? So let's go back to handle redirect. Okay, transaction manager, get me the cookies. It's all very OO, which does mean that they're not passing in any of the data, so it's harder to sort of like see the data flow through the app. But basically, get me the cookies, get me the user information, I think. So if there's no transaction, invalid state. Oh, so like this is how they're storing the state. Interesting. And then they just immediately do this transaction manager remove. If error. Okay, if the error from here. We threw that, so we're already handling errors. So it feels like this is now checking the state of our app. And if we go back and we look at our documentation for login, we sent a state in, which is this random string. And so we send that to somebody else. They, we send this to okay, we send our client to Auth0 with the state in the URL. And then Auth0 does the login and then sends it back to us with the state that we sent in. So we can do a little bit of CSRF protection here. We can now, we need to store that state away so we can know, hey, is it us that sent us that state? We can either use local storage or we can use a cookie. It looks like they're using a cookie for that. No problem. Let's investigate. So here in authentication and on click for login, we create the login URL, which includes creating this big state here. I'm thinking we should move some of this logic over into the Auth0 struct that we're creating, so that way we can store this, because we need to like store the state off too. So this is great to have here. We need Auth0. I need to store the state somewhere. So let's do a create state. Now that's creating a random string. Which we have in our utils right here, create random string. I'm thinking about moving this into Auth0. So yes, we create a random string here. Then okay, so we create that, and then we're going to return it. Okay, great. So you're upset because I don't. Oh, randomness. That should work. Oh, trait. You need to pull in the trait. Import you. So basically, when we do our login button, I kind of want this to now happen all inside of that library. So everything is like contained together, and we can just do like a, hey, like handle login. Now, I don't know what we're going to return yet, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. This is all being stored inside of a context, so we would need to grab that out of here. And I think we have this Auth0 context, okay? So that shouldn't cause any crashing, should it? Maybe? line 19. Oh, it does. Okay, so let me double check what our oh, it's app context. App context is what we're calling it. Okay, never mind. Okay, no errors now. So we have our app context that now, okay, so we'll do, so we get that, and I want Auth0 out of that, and then we can call things. But I would need to then call that from here. So like do a move essentially inside, and then move this context in. Right now, if it's the only thing, I think that would be fine. But as soon as we hit the log out, that will probably be less fine. So I wonder if we're gonna want to like clone this and then move that in. Maybe. Okay, so we get our, okay, then I want to be able to handle the login there. So app context dot auth0 dot handle login, like that. Now you are going to do things like this. Now we're going to get create the login URL inside of there. This creates the state. So actually, I would prefer to now pass in state to this first. So let's, I don't think I need this create state. I think I want to create the random string. Let's pass a reference to the state in here. State is now this, so I don't need you anymore. And then we'll format this to create the URL. Okay, great. All right, back to here. That gives us our login URL. Then we do this glue utils. So we change our window location to that. So everything here should still be the same. I hit authentication, I hit login, that sends us out, and we come back with this. Okay, perfect. We have this state now, which means before we go off and do this, we need to store away the state in something a little bit more permanent than just in memory. So this is where we need to like function store state. All right. Do we have cookies? So glue, give events, file, net, storage. Local storage, session storage. Ooh, I don't think that glue has a cookie in it. Is there anything talking about cookies in here that they recommend? The fetch service provides a binding to the browser's fetch API. Requests can be sent either using fetch service fetch or fetch service fetch with options. Fetch with options should be used when cookies need to be sent with a request. But they don't say. That's literally the only time that cookies are used here. Anyplace else? Oh, the only time that cookie is used in Yew at all. Okay, so let's go to is there a search here? Oh, it'd be so nice if they had like a search across all of their stuff. So console, dialogues, events, net, render, storage. Storage is like the one I would think of. Maybe utils. So, oh, storage just takes us here. Okay, fine. And utils. So in utils, we have body document, document element, head, history, and window. This window gives us a WebSys window. Now WebSys does give us access to cookies. So we can set her for the cookie field for this object. Okay, so we can get a HTML document and then set a cookie for that. Storage is local storage and session storage. So I don't know, like, this is just the state. I don't know if there's major security concerns about storing this in local storage as opposed to using a cookie. It would certainly be a lot easier for us to use local storage because then we can use glue, but we could also just do this set cookie, which then we set the value. Cool. Okay, so this would be like a set a cookie on it. So session management, that's what we want to do. Creating cookies. Now, I don't need to set a cookie HTTP response. They're not doing anything for me, are they? Storage. Yeah, there's no cookies here. It's like their server didn't send any set cookie request for us. And certainly my server isn't right now. This can't be HTTP only because this is being set and read inside of the browser. So we can do set cookie with my key value this. Okay, so I want to do a bit of an experiment with this. So we're gonna head over here and do this inside of our console. We're gonna do a what is it? It's HTML document dot HTML document, and then we get a set cookie off of that. Do I have to create? Is this a constructor? No. Okay. What are you? Oh, you are a function, so if I call you... Okay, is it just document? Document dot... Okay, there's a document dot cookie dot... Don't think that's what I want. Let's go back to MDN. Let's see. Okay. Oh, these are HTTP cookies. I just want cookies. So there's, okay, document.cookie. And there's also same site. Oh no, that's still HTTP. Write a new cookie. Document.cookie equals new cookie. Oh, wait, so... Okay, so here's all the cookies. Okay, so all the cookies are just a single string that we have. So if I do document.cookie and set this equal to a new cookie, new cookie is a string in a form of key equals value. Note that you can only update a single cookie at a time using this method. Consider also that any of the following cookie attribute values can optionally follow the key value pair. Specifying the cookie to set update and proceeding by a semicolon separator. So path. So you can do the domain must match the domain of the JavaScript origin. Okay, so we want... We can do like max age, we can do other stuff. Same site prevents the browser from sending this cookie along with cross-site requests. Strict will like, oh, none. The none value explicitly states no restriction. Never mind. I was like, don't send it at all to any request. It's the opposite. We want strict. The cookie value can use encode URI component to ensure that the string does not contain any commas, semicolons, or white space, which are disallowed in cookie values. Okay, examples. Simple usage. We do like name, same state, so okay, same site lax, or we can do same site strict, right? Prevent the cookie from being sent by the browser to the target site in all cross-site, yeah, so even when following a regular link, which is exactly what we want. So we would want strict. Okay, so document.cookie equals, so back to here, no, back to here. Document.cookie equals, we'll just do like something like our state is equal to no quotes around stuff. It just assumes that these are all strings. So state is equal to something like this. Then now they have spaces in here, which is interesting. Then we do the same site equals strict, and then secure also. Is there anything else we want to add on to this? Okay, so we get that up there, and in storage we can now see here's our cookie. Okay, so we see the name, the value, the domain is for this localhost domain. It's path. It's for any path in here. It's expiration, max age. Okay, size, HTTP only, secure, same site. Okay, last accessed, and we can see what this is. So great. So we can use this to store a cookie, and then just out of curiosity, if I try to create another one on top of this, like let's say I want to do something like how about light mode? Light mode equals false. Storage. Oh, okay. Very fascinating. By doing that, it creates a completely different cookie. It doesn't overwrite the previous one, even though it feels like we're setting over it, which is kind of weird. It feels a little bit weird to me. I guess it's because of, I guess it's just like a very old browser API that they have to keep exactly like this. So what I want to be able to do, we want to delete these. I want to set a cookie through this. And so it's going to be, the command is document.cookie. Do we have access to that in Glue? Because can I get the document? I can get this HTML document. Okay, glue utils document, which just gives me this, which then I can do set cookie on. Oh, not on this document. So it has to be an HTML document. It's going to be set cookie for that. So I just need, okay, so I need, if I remember correctly, okay, we can get HTML document. We need to activate HTML document from WebSys. Okay, HTML. Okay, HTML document, set cookie. Oh, this takes a self. So I need like a new. How do I get an instance of HTML document? Like these all take like self. I want one that doesn't have a self, that like returns an HTML document. That one, did we see that? Was that in Glue? So it wouldn't be storage. It would be maybe be Glue utils. Now that returns a document. That returns a window. And if I have a window, can I get an HTML document from here? Only one match here, and that's no. So HTML element. HTML document's not a trait, is it? No, it's a full struct. Okay, so these are that, but how do I get it? Get open. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the signature to see which ones of these make sense. Like all of these still return like self and all that kind of stuff. No, get still requires a self. It doesn't. Okay, so I need something to call to give me an HTML document. That's the current challenge. And I wonder, so Glue can give me a document through here, through utils. Now, okay, so we have document, I can have body, and I can have window. From either of these, can I get an HTML document? I'm looking at the return, well, okay. HTML document, 1 of 5 matches here. Oh no, that's a trait. Input from HTML document for document. So I can turn an HTML document into a document. Does that mean I can go the other way around too? Oh, I don't think I have that open anymore. Okay, so if I come over here, HTML document, this was just a document. More than 1,000 matches. Cool. That's maybe a little bit too much. As ref document converts this type into a shared reference of the usually inferred input type. Oh, but no, I can do an as ref to get a document. But that won't, okay. So maybe not that one. How about you? The only match there. Window? Only match there, but maybe I can get a getter for the document. I mean, okay, so maybe we can do get the we can do glue utils documents dot. There's no cookie here. There's no set body here. Active element. Anything that will allow me to get an HTML document. I can do get the body. Document element. That's just okay. That's just an element now. That's not that literally is just a document element, which is not exactly what I was hoping to get. There's no like cookie stuff in here. mean, so I can get a lot of interesting things here. But not exactly what I'm looking for. A lot of event handlers. Set body? Doesn't seem right. Okay, a lot of sets. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Which is too bad, because we do know that in the normal browser, we can set cookies by using document.cookie. And so grabbing the document here and then using like cookie or set cookie would be really nice. But it looks like that's not, we need an HTML document. And I don't have any reason to believe that I can convert a normal document to an HTML document. I have this class, this feature activated. Do you implement default? Probably not. No, okay, so none of those are doing what I want them to do. Okay, how do I get an HTML document? Let's do a Google search. So I want HTML document Rust web. Is it WebSys? Yeah, WebSys. WebSys. How to access. I want to access the cookie method. Oh, I can't even turn this off anymore. I can only accept all cookies or go into customize. Fine. Those pop-ups are getting even worse. Okay, so you want to do something like this, which is what we want to do. So what are you suggesting? You need a dynamic cast. So we're going to take the document and dine into an HTML document. Oh, weird. Okay. Fun. Okay, so we need to get the document first, which we can do through glue. Where is that? We're right here. Where's my code? So we're gonna get the document. So utils document. Okay, so we get our document. Then we're going to take that document and we're going to dine into which, are you a trait that I need to pull in? I need a Wasm confirms a dynamic cast checked at runtime of this value into the target type T. This method will return an error. Okay, this is from Wasm. I think I have Wasm, but maybe not. And do I need... The following trait is implemented but not in scope. Perhaps add a use for it. Wasm cast. Oh, can you figure it out? No, I can't. Okay, so we need Wasm. Ooh, do I not have Wasm loaded right now? Hold on. I don't have a Wasm. Okay, let's pull in Wasm. Is it dash? Module cast is private. Okay, so if I pulled in that, maybe now you can figure it out. Import Wasm JS cast. Okay. So dine into back to this. Dine into, we then tell it is going to go into this HTML document. And then I guess we'll unwrap it. It should work at this point in time, so that this is going to be an HTML document equals that. Finally, we have one. Now I can do an HTML document dot. We can get the cookies, so we can set a cookie, and then this is where the value is going to be. So we can say testing, like we'll do like message. Actually, let's just do the state. So we have let cookie equals. So we're going to do a format here. So we're going to do message equals state. Message. We probably want just state. State. Let's do this as like Auth0 state equals state. What was the commands we were doing? Same site strict and secure. Then we pass in a reference to this cookie, and that should set, okay, that should store this away. Then in our handle login, before we switch the window over, we're going to do a self.store state and pass in a reference state. Okay, all of that to now see we have no cookies right now. So I want to log out. Let's try this again. So we're going to log in. My lovely password here. My super secure password. Come on. I don't know why it's hard for me to type it today. And now we go to cookies. Hey, okay, so we have an Auth0 state. We have our state stored in here. Domain path, okay, perfect. So this means we could then afterwards grab that state. So in handle redirect callback, we need to double check to see that the state is correct. So we should check the state to make sure that it's one we want. So we need a we have a store state. We need a get state. So function get state. Now we can probably do this all in one go here, right? We can say let this is going to be a string. So we're going to do a glue utils document. We're going to do a dine into and tell you that you're going to be an HTML document. Unwrap you. Then we have, okay, then we have access to the cookie. So this is a getter. And unwrap you, which should get us our string, which then goes into here. So then I'm actually really curious. So then if I run this get state, what language am I programming in? There it is. There is our cookie. Auth0 state equals this. So I need to then extract out based upon the equals. Interestingly enough, okay, so if I have a second cookie in here, let's add in this one here. So if I have you and I hit refresh, okay, so it's split by semicolons and it's also split by equals. So that's what we need to do next time, is take our cookies, potentially we have multiple of them. We need to break them out into their individual pieces and then get the specific one we're looking for. So in this case, we're looking for a state cookie, which is this Auth0 state. So we'll probably want to handle this a little bit better. All right, but as I sort of am alluding to, I do need to head off to work. It is Friday, which does mean no stream tomorrow, but I should be back here on Sunday morning for a longer extended stream. We're hopefully we're gonna get through all of Auth on Sunday, or at least a lot further than we than it sort of feels like right now. But I feel like we're getting really close. But these are all exploration streams. These are the boring ones where where we're just sort of like fumbling around and figuring things out. So with that, I hope that you have a great Friday, a great Saturday, and I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Bye.